Hello there. This is Chapter 4, Quiz 2 for you Algebra 2 fans out there. This quiz is being brought to you by Napa. For all your parts and needs, Napa knows how. And by McDonald's. I'm loving it. So here we go on your quiz. Kind of get this out of the way first. I'm gonna let you cross off number 3, number 4, and number 9. I'll let you off the hook here too. Okay, but all the rest of them we're going to do. So kind of watch, pay attention, and here we go. Number 1 and number 2, we're just solving. Okay, so remember, you got to set up 2 problems. The difference here is you got to get this dude by himself first. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here on number 2 and remind you that you got to add that 5 over. So now your new equation is the absolute value of x minus 4 equals 17. Okay, now you make your 2 different equations. Okay, so remember the first equation is going to look just like the original problem. Your second one, though, remember you got to change the sign on the second one, or on the number after the equal sign. If you have a question, not sure, come see me. Okay guys, 5 through 8 we're going to solve and graph. Okay, and now we're dealing with the inequality sign. So you want to make sure you remember that if, we'll kind of slide this side here, if a sign is like this, less than or equal to, these are and problems, and your graph should come into the middle like this. If it's greater or greater than or equal to, those are or problems. And you set up 2 separate problems, and again your graph in the end should look like that. Okay, so for example number 5, this is a greater. Okay, so this would be an or. So you set up 2 separate problems. Now remember, when you write, the first one's going to just be x minus 9 greater than or equal to 6. But remember, the next one's going to be x minus 9. Flip him around, change his sign. Okay. Number 6 is an and problem. Alright, so you want to write it as a compound. So just kind of attach the negative 15 and then bring everything else down from there. Remember, what you do to the middle, you got to do to every side. 7 is also an and, so you're going to set it up like 6. Okay. And 8 is also an and. Okay. So if they're an and, they should be a compound problem, like the 2 problems are all grouped in together with one. Alright, just add the number out here, and then the sign, and then bring everything else down. If you're not sure, contact your local educator. Numbers 10 and 11. We are giving you a couple values for x to plug in and solve and see what you get. That's all you got to do. Plug it in for x, work it out, you should have 2 different answers. Looking down to 12 and 13, you're going to graph. Remember, you got to pick some values for x to plug in here, and then graph. And remember, we were always going to start here at the origin. Okay, so choose some values for x, plug them in, see what you get, graph them. So for example, let's say I plugged a number in and I got my ordered pair to be 1, -1. This is just an example, this is not the answer. Then I also need to choose its reflexive point, there's symmetry point on the other side, and then I would know where my graph went. Okay, but that's just an example, just to remind you. Okay, so that is it. If you have questions, you know where to find me. Have a great day.